another good week of preparation. We were on the field a little bit less each day, about 10-15 minutes less than we normally are, just because we're coming off a stretch of 3 really physical games, coming back from a road trip, all that stuff, and on weeks like this when you're playing your rival that you're going to get maximum intensity, and so we wanted to make sure that we were smart with our guys' bodies, but they're excited, and I think we've, for the most part, done a good job eliminating the noise and the distractions of this week, focused, ready to go playing the Red River Showdown. The Red River Showdown. There we go. Injury update. BJ Foster was great today. Again, barring, it's still, there's standard days of the protocol, but barring a setback between now and Saturday, he should be good. Everybody else that I mentioned on Monday is good.
Do you put together a highlight reel of old Texas OU games to show these guys on Friday night? Is that like your thing?
No, these guys know the history of this game. They know the tradition, the uniqueness of playing in the Cotton Bowl and halfway in between both schools and the State Fair and all that stuff. And the ones, most of our young guys that haven't played in it have at least attended it at some point in their life, and the ones that haven't are being schooled up pretty well by the veterans. So we're about this team, our team, but we understand the tradition.
Can I do my due diligence on the injury search?
Yes.
Montreal Estelle.
Oh, good.
He's good. Brennan Eagles.
Good. Yeah, I had a much better day today.
John Burke.
John Burke, good.
Patrick Hudson.
No, it's still in return to play protocol.
I assume Zach and Keontae.
Good and good. Yep.
DeMarcus
Durst is good.
Okay.
Tim Beck is good. He's been at every practice this week. He looked like death warmed over on Tuesday, but he's getting better every day, getting more color, more everything.
You said that everything that goes into playing your rival. I mean, it's one rivalry for this program now. There is an A&M. You got the in-state schools and everything, but the fact that it is the one big rivalry game every year, how does that change the energy in practice, the anticipation, all of that stuff that goes into it?
Yeah, like I said on Monday, I don't think the kids would look at me like I was crazy if I walked in there on Sunday and said, hey, we've done what we've done the last 4 weeks, but because this is our rival, we're going to change the way we do things. We're not going to change anything. And what I told them is we're going to follow the plan. We're going to follow the formula that we have executed very well the last few weeks, and we're just going to do it a little bit harder, maybe a little bit more. And so last year, looking at the catapult numbers from all the player load and GPS and all that stuff, this was our highest intensity practice of the year. The week was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of OU week. So we wanted to be smart with our reps and our time on the field, knowing that the guys are going to be very intense at practice, and they were, and they responded. They handled that trimming of some of the non-essential things out of practice to get them off the field a little earlier each day. But the formula and the plan, that doesn't change week to week, but we do it just a little bit more, a little bit harder this week.
Do you have an update on Kyle Porter and his decision to travel?
No, I don't have an update.
Going into this game, experience is key. You have coaches, and both Coach Giles and Michael Huff, who have played in this game. About Huff specifically, how much of a luxury is it to have not only an NFL player, but a Dork Award winner who went to Texas on your sidelines each and every week?
Oh yeah, Huff's been invaluable. Just the behind the scenes. He's not allowed to coach, but what he can do is mentor young men, and does a phenomenal job of that. We're blessed to have him as part of this program. Michael Huff doesn't need a job, so You can tell by the cars that he drives. But to come here every day and put his heart and soul into mentoring the future of this program, I think says a lot about him as a man, but also about what this program means to him and what it's done for him. And so it is nice to have, a guy that's been there, done that, especially in this game, talking to your guys all week.
Do you anticipate having to settle down any of those guys in the locker room? Something that you said maybe you guys need a little bit before the game?
I don't think settling down. No, they're going to be excited. They were last year. I think, this was another one of those games where we tried to be perfect early. We were excited and intense, but we allowed that to let us lock up a little bit. And I think the last 3 games have been pretty big games too, and our guys have done a great job of learning from the mistake of week 1 and how we started that game. And I don't anticipate having to do that. We're going to go have fun. We're going to have smiles on our faces. We're going to know that we don't have to be perfect. We got to be at our best, but we don't have to be perfect.
Coach, you have a knack of getting your teams ready for big games. You know what you did in Houston. You guys are on the 3-game stretch here. And I know you don't pay attention to point spreads, but I saw something that says that you're 11-1 against the spread as an underdog. What do you do so well as far as getting your guys ready for big games?
I think we play aggressive. When you're the underdog, you don't have a lot to lose, by emptying the tank, so to speak, and not leaving anything behind. So we play aggressive, play loose. I don't think we in our building consider us an underdog, but there's a reason there's really big casinos and bright lights in Las Vegas too. So, but I think we have fun in games like that, and we, the Navy SEAL quote is one that we try to live by, that you don't, in times of adversity and in big moments like this, you don't rise to the occasion, you fall to the level of your training. And so we believe and are confident in our training, and we get excited for games like this.
Tom, do y'all plan on planting any big playbooks around the field?
No, that was a neat story, one that I'm glad the nation knows now. That was
just sort of like illustrate how crazy and unique this whole rivalry is between y'all.
Well, that and the guy that wrote the fake script too. I love Coach Leach. He's great for our sport, and he's pretty ingenious what he did. But yeah, I mean, it's pull out all the stops kind of deal.
And with the offensive line, you plan on reinserting Shaq into the starting 5?
Yeah, assuming everybody's healthy, Shaq will start at center. Elijah will bump out to right guard, and Kerstetter will play, in a rotational role. We haven't really, we're not going to cement ourselves into exactly when and where, but he'll play some in the game too.
Is this one of those games? I mean, you obviously noticed the change in atmosphere in the student section and all that stuff for the home games. Is this one of those games when you're driving in, you take a moment to look out the window and look at the fanfare and the fair, and when you're in the stadium and you see the split, do you stop and drink it all in at all?
I do, yeah. I think it's important to, or then, because we know how special this game is, and when we're all old and gray, which I'm getting closer and closer to being both of those things, you want to look back and have fond memories of the experience of this game. And so we do. I'll never forget. I mean, I fell in love with Texas when I was a GA here, and one of the reasons was this game, and it was, a guy that was played Division III football and then coaching Division III football, and then to roll into the state fair and have your opposing fans, when you look out the window of your bus, you got a 8-year-old kid going double bird at you, and right next to him is a 88-year-old woman going double bird the same way. So it's a very intense, very passionate rivalry, and one that yeah, we'd be foolish not to enjoy it.
Watching All Access this year, what kind of gave you the idea of the push all your chips in mantra that you used to walk?
To be honest with you, Coach Wareheim, he talks to the offense every Friday, just a little motivational deal, and he had one, I can't remember, I think it was before the Tulsa game, and it just made a lot of sense to me and to us that when you're at a point in your program right now when your best is good enough, then the cool thing when we tell our players when you're playing poker, a lot of them don't even, we had to explain poker to them. So, but when you're playing Texas Hold'em, you're at the mercy of what you get dealt in terms of what the hand that you have. But in football, you get to earn that hand Sunday through Friday. So that if you're confident in what you've earned, you should have double aces, in pocket aces. And that should make you very confident when you push everything in. And I think that has made a lot of sense to our guys that if you earn the best hand there is, then there should be no doubt and no hesitation to put all your chips in and to empty the tank. And so they've responded, they enjoy it, and hopefully we're able to do the same thing this week.
Time for 2 last ones.
What's in my mind? It seems like the big key in this game is the Texas defense against the OU offense. Is that the way you're looking at it? Is there what's going to be the big key for you guys in this matchup that you see?
Well, I think as you found out, everybody found out. Hopefully, our goal offensively is not to score as many points as we can. It's to score at least one more point than our opponent, and so we manage the games as such, and that meant a very slow-paced, very methodical game against Kansas State. Wanted to keep our defense off the field as much as possible. I think we won the time of possession battle like 33-27, something like that. So I think we did a good job of that, which is very difficult to do against a Kansas State team. I don't think it'll be that way. I think we're going to have to be more aggressive. We're going to have to be a little bit more up-tempo on offense, but we're also going to have to manage the game based on how our defense is playing. And we played them well last year. I think we held them to their lowest point output of the season, and that's with the Heisman Trophy winner and #1 overall pick. So I think our guys are confident. They're really good. I mean, really, really good on offense. And so we've got to, again, bring our A game defensively, but I think we've got to help our defense on offense and special teams too.
Last one.
You gonna eat any of the food at the fair?
No, hopefully after, when we're celebrating, hopefully I can have somebody run and get me a funnel cake or a fried Oreo or something. That'd be kind of cool.